Hello, and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks, where I take, if you are new to my channel, this is where I take free picks from the internet from my favorite sports authors and handicappers, and I display their choices. Hold on, baby. I display their choices amongst the 4 games that I choose, games that I would personally like to watch. So that being said, let's get on with it. My daughter, Nora, would like to show her new American Dolls Jeep. So I promised her I would. So I'm going to really quickly pan over to the said Jeep. Her doll's name is what?
Rosie.
Her doll's name is Rosie. Okay, now back to the picks. So, alright, that should be good. Yesterday, I didn't do so hot. I was forced to do the late games, and I went 1 and 3. Thankfully, the games I didn't display, I still bet on, and 3 of those 4 came through for me. But the game, I'm not going to count them on the record for the show, though, because I didn't display them on the show. Yesterday, I chose Dallas to beat Nashville, but the only one that took Nashville out of my cappers was Best Bet Ed. Congratulations, Ed. Nashville won 2-0. Then I took Edmonton to beat Chicago. Once again, Ed was on the Chicago side. Good on ya. And Chicago won 4-3. I got like a hair. The game I did win was in the afternoon games was the Kings. They won 1-0 against Toronto. And finally I lost. I had San Jose beating the Ducks, and they lost 3-2. All right, that's old news. Let's get this. Let's see what these cappers have to say. Let's see what the cappers have to say on these games. All right, Nora. Now I have to do this. Okay, so no more interruptions, please. Okay. Okay. We got the St. Louis Blues going to New Jersey, take on the Devils. Best Bet Ed is taking St. Louis. John from Rickett picks. Ricketts is cat. But anyway, Rickett picks. He said on the 3-way, he's taking the Blues. B-Pow are taking St. Louis. Winners and Whiners, Chris Kubala is taking St. Louis. And finally, Stat Salt Kevin V is taking St. Louis, and he's taking the under, making this, Nor, what is this? A full capper. Full capper consensus. Full capper consensus. Boom. Perlo dance. Perlo dance. Oh, I'll put the paper down. Full capper consensus. But it's not that big of a deal because St. Louis is the favorite. If it was a plus money capper consensus, then we'd be dancing a lot more. But regardless, it's still a full capper consensus, and we are going to take the Blues.
Daddy.
Yeah. A thing I started doing. I told you in the past. When I start my morning out, I make a DraftKings lineup, and the first position I choose is goalie, and then I choose a center, and then a wing. But I always pick the goalies first, and so I started pricing the goalies, or I started like comparing the prices of the goalies on the teams. Bennington is the most expensive goalie on my board. He costs $8,400 in DraftKings. Schneider is the least expensive goalie on the board at $6,800. that being said, I think that has a little leverage onto why nobody's taking the Devils. It's because of the goal. I mean, Bennington's best, probably the best goalie in NHL right now. Okay, moving onward. Next, we got the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Winnipeg Jets. Okay, taking the Jets. Best bet Ed saying, you call him crazy in the comments, whatever you want, but he's saying this is his best bet of the night. The Jets. And they are plus 118. Yep. Then over here we got Brian from BPOW. They tried to get fancy and take different sides, and Perlo is taking Winnipeg, just because he wanted to see if I was going to catch that on a show. Got it. Woo! There's a pro for you. I hope old Helen's grinding up some pearls, because after tonight's victories, you're going to be handing them out. So, back to this. Brian, winners and whiners, Chris Kubala is taking Vegas, and Stat Salt is taking Vegas. They said over 6. Finally, or not finally, because BPOW had to split their votes up. I ended up having to look for more because there was a tie. If they counted as one, I would have stopped. You know, I would have, but I had to keep going. Sports Chat Place, Randy Chambers.
That's your name.
Yeah, don't. My name's Range, remember? And Picks and Parlays, David are all taking Winnipeg. So we have 4 cappers taking Winnipeg, and best bet. Ed said it's his best bet of the night. Sets plus money against the 3 handicappers taking Vegas. I'm gonna go with the plus money and take Winnipeg on the ML for plus 118 with best bet, Ed's best pick of the night, Randy Chambers and David from Picks and Parlays, because Perlo, he wasn't really, they're fading this game. He wasn't too enthusiastic. I think he purposely did it to see if I was paying attention. Nora, come on.
A big fart noise.
Yeah. Sorry. Moving on, we're going to 9 o'clock. We have the Coyotes, Arizona Coyotes, Calgary Flames. Let's go.
Anything like
Not yet. I'm not. That's my last game I do. Best bet, Ed.
Putti Gaja.
Nora, do I have to make you go into the other room?
Yeah.
All right then, behave. Again, they split their picks up. Perlo is taking Arizona on the PL. Brian's over here taking the Flames. And we have John from Ricket Picks. Everything he does, pretty much, he says, put on 3-way. And if you don't know what 3-way is, that means within regulation. So, and winners and whiners, Baldus Ponds is taking Calgary, and over here, Stat Salt. Nora, you gotta shut that door. Come on. Now you're interfering with it. I let you in here during this taping, but come on. Go. Get out of over there. Pick a room. You wanna go in the living room? Then get out of the frame. Thank you. Stat Salt. Over 5.5, and there was another tie because they split their picks. So tiebreaker was Sports Chat Place. Chris Ruffalo is taking Arizona. Now let's take a look at this game. We got the majority of cappers taking Arizona on plus money against Calgary at home. I guess, you know, Perlo, he's got a big heart on Kemper. He likes Kemper, so I'm going to go with the plus money because I'm greedy.
Yeah.
And so we got the majority of the cappers going for it, so I'm going to take Arizona too. I'm not rushing to the bank to make that bet, but I have to make a choice, so I'm going to take North. All right, enough. Now I got to use this. Come on. Careful. See your Jeep. Your Rosie's Jeep. Move it. It's in the way. All right, finally, last game. 10 o'clock game. We have Colorado Avalanche taking on Vancouver Canucks. Nora. Okay, now you have to move. Okay. Now I'm using these boards, so get out of the picture. Thank you. Taking the Avalanche, we have B and Pow. So they're both together as one pick. Stat Salt, Kevin V. Sports Chat Place, Randy Chambers. It's almost getting to a full capper comparison, but no. Best Bet Ed is taking the Canucks. And so is Valdez Pons from Winners and Winers. Ooh, we got a bunch over here in the totals. Let's see. Best Bet Ed, he's putting money on the under. Don't ask, it's 5.5. That's a little, but so is Kevin V from Stat Salt is also saying under. You know, I think they have a history of low score. Like I think the last 6 or last 5 of 6 that they played each other, it went under. And finally, Randy Chambers from Sports Chat Place also put it. He said it's going to go over the 5.5. So that's up to discretion. That's up to you guys. Now, as for who do I think is going to win this game, I think probably the Avs. They're on a roll, and they're hot right now. They're beating everybody. I do like that plus 113. But I'm gonna go with a sensible pick. Go with the majority of the cappers. When in doubt. The cappers are the ones that do the research. I just take their picks and throw them up here. So I'm going to go with the Avs on that game. So to recap, we got I have St. Louis beating the Devils on a full capper consensus. I have Winnipeg beating Vegas. This was a big majority. Well, not a big majority because 4-3, but best bet, Ed's best bet, and it's plus money. Let's go with it. Plus, I took Hellebuck as my goalie. How much did he cost? He was right. He
cost a lot.
He cost $7,800. He wasn't. He was kind of mid-range.
He's a lot.
I did take him. The thing is, the more you spend on a goalie, the less you have for your other positions, and I made a lineup, like a $2 lineup with Bennington in my goal, but then I had to fill everybody with, you know, like, there was no stars in it. It was all, you know, second line or, you know, mediocre players. Regardless, let's go. I took Arizona to beat Calgary. You know what's funny? When I was watching the picks on Patreon, because I'm a Patreon subscriber for BPOW Picks, Patreon, support them. During their video this morning before it comes out, what time is it? Yeah, it just came out to YouTube for the rest of the people. But if you're a Patreon subscriber, you can see that stuff early. While I was watching this, right, there was like Brian had lag on his half of the screen, so he just for a second it caught up real fast, but he went. The home team is 5-1 in the last 6 meetings. And it was just, I don't know. It was funny. What? You want those? You're having too much sugar. Come here. But anyway, sorry to go off track a little bit. It's my day off. I'm taking the Coyotes and finally taking the Colorado to beat Vancouver. So there you have it. Gather your information, place your bets, and cash those tickets. I appreciate you guys watching. Be sure to, if you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe.
Subscribe.
Thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up, right? Leave a comment. If you would like to be mentioned on a capper comparison, if you're a handicapper, and if you think you're like, hey, how come I got an opinion, I got a free pick I'll throw out there. Well, let me check it out. I'll throw it up here. I mean, it has to come in kind of early because I make these shows earlier, right? I'm a busy guy, isn't that right? So, comment, subscribe,
And you
thumbs
do
up.
other videos than you
I do. Besides hockey, I also do college basketball. And come baseball, I'm gonna.
videos.
Oh yeah, I do your videos too. Disco Fun 3. That's my daughter and my son. That's their site. But we haven't made We've made videos. I just haven't uploaded any in a while because those ones I like to edit a little bit. These ones, hot, fresh, because these are, you gotta get your bets in. These are unedited. These are raw. I almost put them up live. Might as well. But anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next episode. Bye bye.
Daddy said bye bye.
Yeah, Rosie says bye bye too.